My lords, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the complete 100% playthrough. We left off after finishing a complete exploration of the planet of Trebin, so we'll go ahead and progress further with our exploration efforts before we head on to Noveria. The next planet on the list in the system is Vimal. We can survey this planet and that will yield to us a large deposit of uranium. And then we can head to the final planet in the system, which is Honeydor, whatever your preference is there. Nothing to do there, so we can now just quickly check there's nothing else hidden. That may be a bit sick, and I don't think there is, so we'll head out of Antaeus and we'll head over to Farinata, and we'll see what lies in wait for us at Farinata. Hopefully a few more planets to survey and explore and a few more encounters. Okay, so we only have 3 planets in the system, 2 asteroid belts and what looks like a ship being highlighted there just off to the left, but we shall do it in order for progression's sake. So we'll start with Tunshagon, however you want to pronounce it, it's up to you. We have a rocky asteroid here. That gives us a deposit of magnesium. We have another planet here, Juntauma. We can survey this, and this will give us a Prothean data disk. Scans of Juntauma revealed a derelict freighter in mid-stage orbital decay. Your salvage team boarded the vessel and determined it had been attacked by raiders. There was little of value still on board, but the team did find a Prothean data disk. Okay, so that's another data disk recovered. We'll just check the final planet here, which is Neptune. We can survey this, get a rare element, and that is thorium, but that is located on a nearby moon, not the planet itself. Don't know why I said moon like that, that was a bit weird. Not my proudest moment, but we'll press on. There's nothing else in the outer asteroid belt, nothing else in the inner asteroid belt, so we head to the MSV Ontario, and we can board this ship. It's a Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design. It's making a hard burn for cover of an asteroid cluster. It's got a private owner and it's registered to the Citadel station. So let's go ahead and board this ship. No doubt there'll be combat here, so who do I want to bring along this time? I think we'll go with Tali and we'll go with Caden. Tali and Ashley, sod it. No biotic strength in this loadout, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we've got. Yes, as you can see immediately on the minimap, we do have some enemies here on board. So I'll quickly pause it, save it, and then pick it up. Okay, so now that we've saved, we can head on into the freighter and explore its contents and see what lies in wait. We have a crate straight off the bat with a Kessler 4, Naginata 5 and Blueware Tool 4, which is an Omni tool, so we'll take all those and we'll check the loadouts a little bit later on. In the meantime, let's prepare ourselves for combat. There's nothing off to the left, nothing straight ahead, so the only option for us is this door here, so let's see what we have in store. Okay, looks like some sort of cargo hangar, judging by the crates we have lying around. We have an enemy fairly close to us. I don't think they're hostile yet. They are. We have Baltic terrorists, and it's triggered a 3-minute countdown to complete this mission. I guess there's some sort of self-destruct being set up. I have been thrown around in a warp field of some description. I can't get up. Where am I? I'm still on the floor. Okay, there we go, and I'm dead. Fuck me backwards. That was annoying. Let's try again. Luckily, I'd saved it just before. So we'll pick it back up as we enter that room. Okay, so we're back. We're just about to progress into the chamber with the enemies. I've adjusted the loadout slightly. As you can tell, I've got improved armour. Ashley has also got some heavy armour now equipped, which should make us that little bit more durable in combat. So let's go ahead and see if we can't make a better fist of it this time around. If we just draw their attention early. There we go. You may have also noticed I have a new sniper rifle equipped. This is the Naginata 4 that we just picked up from the crate previously. If I can just get back up, that would be absolutely brilliant. Let's just heal the squad quickly. Yes, this rifle, while it's slower rate of fire, it does pack more of a punch per shot, which is nice. Okay, now can I cast Dampen in here, which should disable their biotics, at least briefly. As you can see here, this is doing a lot more damage when you score a headshot, which is very useful. We are a lot more durable in combat this time around, which is good. We have one guy left over here. I think we may be clear now, so we need to find a way to stop the auto-destruct before we go ahead and explore the remainder of the ship at, hopefully, our own leisure. Not sure if we have any further enemies on board. It doesn't look like it according to the mini-map. Oh, what do we have here?
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Okay, so if you remember one of the elevator news articles we heard on the Citadel, mentioned the fact that Chairman Burns had gone missing. This is clearly following on from that. We've now rescued him, and we've successfully talked down at least a group of the terrorists, and all is well.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Okay, so that timer that we were running up against, it clearly wasn't an auto-destruct timer. It was a timer until the terrorists carried out their threat and assassinated the chairman. So we got there just, well, not just, we had quite a bit of time to spare in actuality, but we got there in time and the chairman has been saved, and that's a positive outcome from this little side quest. While we're here, we'll obviously continue just exploring the rest of the ship, just to make sure there's nothing that we've missed, no upgrades, weapons, armour, that sort of thing. We don't want to leave here having overlooked anything that could come in useful or come in handy in further combat situations. So we'll just take a few moments here, just have a good look around, poke in all the nooks and crannies, and just check that we get everything that we can. It's looking like that's pretty much everything that's available to us, if I'm honest. I can't see much else lying around, nothing else is flagging up. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and call this one complete, and we'll head back to the Normandy and continue our exploration of the system. In fact, I think this is the last object we could have explored in this system, if I remember correctly. So it's time to leave this system and then press on to the next system, which is probably at this point going to be Noveria. I don't want to spend...
Message coming in.
Bear with me.
Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
There we go, that was a message from Admiral Hackett, congratulating us on our peaceful resolution of the hostage situation, or peaceful to an extent. Obviously we did have to take down about half a dozen or so terrorists in the initial encounter. So, shall we head straight to Noveria next and make a start there? I believe that's probably the best thing to do. We don't want to leave the story mission delayed for too long. After we've done Noveria, we can return to some exploration in and around the nearby sectors, and we'll see what other planets have in store for us. There is plenty to see and do outside of the main quest, but I am conscious of keeping a decent enough balance between going through the main quest and exploring the side worlds, the side missions, and the little mini quests that you get assigned as well. Obviously I am going for a 100% complete playthrough of this with all the side quests completed. Just before we go to Noveria, while we're in the system, we'll just scan the planets we can, and we picked up a Matriach writing. Let's read the text. Scans of the planet Veles revealed a small abandoned vessel. Your salvage team brought the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings. Very good. There's nothing else for us to do in the system of Pax. The other planets are Svarog and Marana, which we've checked out. There's nothing there, so now we can head to Noveria and proceed with the next quest in the main storyline.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
So here we are, we've arrived at Noveria. They're clearly not overwhelmed to see us. No doubt they have a few secrets they're trying to hide. I mean, that was alluded to in some of the build-up to this planet, so let's see what lies in store. Now, given that Matriarch Benezia is on this planet, I'm going to take her daughter, Liara T'Soni, to see if it opens any unique dialogue options. That gives us a decent boost to our biotic strength for the squad. Obviously this bar, the tech and the combat, is currently made up by my character, so to supplement that further, I shall take Erdnot Rex. I shall be the tech specialist. We have 2 biotics, and Erdnot also has some combat abilities. Obviously I've loaded him out as something of a tank character, so that should hopefully come in handy.
With exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
There we go, so Navigator Presley, our executive officer, has command of the Normandy while we are ashore. Let's press on through and see what Noveria has in store for us. I seem to remember that I did enjoy this planet in this mission. I did find it quite difficult, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out on Insanity difficulty.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, man.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
Don't come crying to me when they slice your gut open.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
That Kyra Sterling, Sergeant Sterling, is clearly a bit dense, and she can also twist her head 180 exorcist style, which is unnerving. The reason I say she comes across as a bit daft is, you know, when you claim to be the only human Spectre in the galaxy, that's pretty easy to confirm, and she decried it as bull crap.
Get out of here.
I can't remember if you get to put a bullet in her head, but I hope you do.
I'm sure Parasini-san.
Nothing else to do here, no extra dialogue, so let's head upstairs and we'll speak to... Can we interact with that terminal? Does it unlock? No, it doesn't. That was a waste of time. Parasini, who I believe is the civilian administrator of some description for this.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Okay, so she's not the administrator, she is the assistant to the administrator, that's right. Ananias is a Salarian, I remember that now, so let's progress with the dialogue.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari Matriach passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia? She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, Matriarch Benezia is on the planet, and taking Liara may unlock some unique dialogue that I'd like to encounter if it is at all possible. So that's why she's from part of the crew.
The galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
The managers warned us about you.
I see word travels quick on Noveria. That's absolutely fine. So let's have a quick explore this area. Oh, we have a merchant.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
There we go, got an achievement, which is the Archivist. However, I don't know how it's pronounced. Archivist, I'm going to stick with.
Here.
Archivist.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre.
Shut up and listen.
Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it.
This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help.
Could I buy something now?
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that. It doesn't fit with a Paragon playthrough. So let's have a look what they've got for sale. There is a Rosenkov materials license, which we shall take, and that will do for now. I tend not to buy much gear from the merchants around the various planets, but I do get from them from the SPECTRE Requisitions Officer
You're the SPECTRE, right?
back in CSEC,
Management told
because they have some pretty decent gear there. The rest of it I just tend to deal with, you know, the stuff I find when I'm in and around the various planets and missions. So just having a quick look around here, see if there's anything else of interest or note for us to do in this area. At the moment it doesn't look like there is. I'll just check there's nothing behind this little partition, such as a doorway. Ah, indeed we do have a doorway. Let's see what's through here. We have a few public terminals, and it looks like an office. Could this be... Ah, yes, it is Gianni, who was Ananias's assistant.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Ananias.
One moment, please. Mr. Ananias?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Okay, so we can go and speak to the administrator, who can hopefully give us access to, I believe it was Peak 15, which is where Matriarch Benezia is located.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I'm here as a Spectre, not a human. Keep that in mind.
Believe me, that is foremost in my mind. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari Matriach is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
Not so fast. In exchange, I want garage access.
You are shrewd to use this as leverage. If it is a serious infraction, I will give you a pass.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
I'm leaving.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
So there's Ananias, very high-strung Solarian administrator for the facility.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Ah, interesting.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keen?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keen spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Okay, so we have two options, it seems, available to gain access to the garage, which will allow us to travel to Peak 15. The first is to turn snitch, so to speak, on the merchant Opold, who asked us to smuggle a package for a Krogan bounty hunter. The second is to speak to this gentleman, I believe it's a gentleman, Lorik Keen, yes it is, and see what avenue he opens up for us. I think I'm going to go with the option to speak to Lorik Keen, as I'm not really comfortable turning in the merchant Opold, even though he did ask us to smuggle, which is against, obviously, protocol, and as a Paragon we should be looking into that.
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my eco's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Ananias or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security tracks card use.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can
Repeated that dialogue there, so I'll skip it.
If you can polish enough gizzard.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Ananias, and the Matriarch came through.
Do you know where that Matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What was that about Synthetic Insights?
Scuttlebutt says Lorik Keen was on the take. So Ananias shut down SI's offices. Quiet-like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything?
Okay, so once again he's pointed us in the direction of Lorik Keen. Obviously we can't go this way because
access to the garage is restricted.
I'm on Citadel business. I need to leave the station.
If you want to enter the garage, you need authorization for Mr. Ananias. No exceptions. I'm sorry.
She looks like she's been startled with her wide eyes there. Anyway, so yes, there's not much else we can do here. We could head to Synthetic Insights. No, we cannot. Just says the door is the office is temporarily closed, which is what Lee alluded to there, and that's clearly the avenue that. The avenue. I've got my words all messed up there. That seems to be the reason why Lorik Keen would be willing to part with a garage pass for us. It sounds like he's been accused of being on the take, corruption by Ananias, and it sounds like he wants to get a little bit of revenge, which is ideal for us because it will give us a means to leave Port Hanshan and head out to Peak 15 and see if we can't track down Matriarch Benezia and unravel more of the mystery and the story at large.
Excuse me,
so
I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Raphael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
I don't know anything about binary helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in binary helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
What they might be doing somewhere else doesn't justify my acting against them here.
Very well, Spectre. I will be on my way.
Okay, because I'm doing the Paragon playthrough, as I mentioned, that does limit some of the available quests, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Here's Lorik Keen. Let's see what he has to say.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... what is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If I have to kill the guards, I'm afraid I can't help you. There's still the law around here.
True enough, though I hasten to point out that Ms. Matsuo disapproves of outside contracting. If you change your mind, I will remain here. I see no other options at present.
Okay, so we have two options. We can either fight off some of the guards, or we can turn in the merchant Opold. Quick way up, I'm going to go with Lorik Keen's proposal.
Back again.
Especially as there's a chance I get to kill that annoying guard who was there at the start.
I've been thinking over your difficulties with Analeus.
Indeed.
So if I help you, you'll help me.
Yes. You need to get into the garage. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Miss... He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Okay, so we we have made our choice as to how we're going to receive our elevator pass. I'm not going to help Analeus out, don't want to do that. Let's just see if Raphael Vargas is even safe. No, he does not at all. Okay, so now we need to head back to the Synthetic Insights offices. And now that we have Lorik Keen's pass for the office, the elevator should activate, and we can investigate what's going on there and try and recover the evidence that he'd amassed against Analeus' wrongdoing, and then see what develops from that. I mean, I know what develops from that, I can remember what develops from that, but I'm not going to say anything, because if there's anybody watching it blind, I don't want to give away any spoilers. So let's just crack on and head down towards the elevator. It's just down here and on the right, and then we'll be able to do what we need to do and get our garage pass so we can head up to Peak 15 for what is essentially the main part of the mission on Noveria. There we go, the elevator now activates. So now we can head to Lorik Keen's office. As he warned, there may be some firefighting required, so let's see what happens here.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keen gave me a pass in.
Keen? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Analeus is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keen. Analeus has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Oh, okay, I thought we had avoided any bloodshed, but clearly there are still enemies here, so unfortunately we are going to have to do a bit of combat against some rogue, corrupt ERCS guards, or ECRS, I can't remember which way around the abbreviation is. Let's press on regardless. Where's our next target? It looks there's one off to the left somewhere. We have some up high, and we have one who was trying to come up behind, but dropped in quite easily. There was some poor shooting there. And again, just relax, take your time, take the shot. Okay, they're all now upstairs on the upper level, so we'll head that way. Is that a grenade? It looks like it is. I don't know if it's going to explode if we pass it. Let's see if we can't take the enemies down from down here. There's one. He's just gone out of shot there. Is he the last one? I believe that guard is the final remaining enemy in this area. So let's head up to meet them. That's a poor shot. That's better. There we go. That's all those guards dispatched and taken care of. Just have a quick explore, see if there's anything worthwhile in the area. Okay, here's Lorik Keen's office with the looks of it. Yes, there's a computer. We'll replenish our Medigel stocks while we're here. Take the data disk as required from the PC, and then we'll crack this safe and see what secrets it holds for us. Oh, we'll try and crack this safe, but we're having some difficulty. There we go, just in time. Okay, a couple of weapons and ammo upgrades there. We have more NPCs now outside, including that one who rubs me the wrong way, Sergeant Sterling.
To be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Analeus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
Okay, so we do get to take down Miss Sterling, which is very satisfying for myself. Let's just see if we can thin out the herd, so to speak, first. Okay, just can't get a shot on that turret. Oh, there we go. He's not dead yet, however, but can't be too far off. Here comes Miss Sterling herself. Okay, that's a Turian guard dispatched. That's Miss Sterling dispatched. We have 2 guards down on the lower level. Can I see them from up here? If I head over this, I head this way and come across from the top, that might be the better. Yes. So we have 1 remaining, who is just round this corner here. Is he gonna emerge from cover to give us a shot? Isn't looking like he is. So if we just head around this way, this should flank him and give us... Flank her, I do apologise. And that's the guards dispatched, including the very aggravating Miss Sterling. So now we can resume our exploration of the Insights officers. There's a few little bits and pieces in here we can help ourselves to. Inside locked safes and doors. Okay, that's very handy, I'm sure. Nothing further that way, nothing further that way. So let's head down and return back to Lorik Keen. Oh, there was I should quickly check just to make sure that there's nothing back there. Oh, we have a locked crate, so yes, well worth checking out. Whether it contains anything of major value is to be determined. A bit of armour and some weapons. We also have an upgrade kit, so I'm glad we did take the time just to have a thorough look around and see what else we've got available. Anything this way? Weapons locker, and I think that's it. Easy decryption, this shouldn't take too long. He says as he balls it up. There we go. Okay, now I believe we've covered everything in here, so let's head back to Lorik Keen and see if we can't receive his garage pass, and then we can head to Peak 15. Obviously, the story covering Peak 15, or the story that unfolds at Peak 15, will likely be covered in a second episode, or the next episode, covering Noveria, as this one has already run on for quite a while.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Some interesting plot developments are promised here. Let's go and speak to this, I forgot her name, the administrator's assistant, before we go and speak to Lorik Keen and see exactly what she has on offer. Can I remember which way it is to the hotel bar? I believe it's this way. Let's have a look. Just take the elevator. So far so good on Noveria. No overwhelming dramas as of yet. However, I've got a feeling that's likely to change later on. Just a quick close-up of my arse there. Hope you all appreciated that. It was purely unintentional, I can assure you. So there, Gianna Parasini. Let's see what she has to offer.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keen to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
Do you know why the Matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Okay, so we can expand this little quest even further by getting Lorik King to testify to the executive board, which will surely see Ananias fired, perhaps even imprisoned.
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
If these executives don't blame Ananias for provoking this, they're fools. You should eat them.
Interesting solution,
It's
Rex.
obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well, I will testify.
Okay, so we've convinced Lorik Keen to testify. Let's go ahead and speak to Administrator or Internal Affairs Agent, I suppose is the correct term now, Padicini, to let her know, and hopefully then we can receive the garage pass that we need to progress further to Peak 15 and see what triggered this Code Omega signal. That seems to signify some sort of containment breach, so it'll be interesting to see what they have up there. So let's go ahead then and head back towards the offices of the Administrator. Are you okay, sir? Do you need help? Never mind, pressing on. Let's go down the stairs. Okay, I believe, yes, this was the Administrator office. And her desk was just here. Let's go and give her the good news about Lorik Keen.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so we have access to the garage now, so we can head straight across there. We'll load up the Mako, and then we'll start our way to Peak 15. However, as I said, this episode has run on for about 50 minutes at this point, so we'll probably start the second part of this mission in the next video, so we don't have an overrun or an overly long video. So what we'll do, we'll make our way to the garage, we'll get in there, and then that's where we'll draw an end to the episode once we get to the garage, and then we'll pick it up in the next episode. So the garage is just up these stairs. We should now have access.
Access to the garage is restricted.
There's a lady who always looks very surprised.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
There we go. Krogan ally. Complete 5 missions with the Krogan assigned to the squad. So there's another unlock, which is nice. Ah, we have Geth. Including the annoying, very mobile and nimble Geth stalkers. So what we'll do then, we'll take care of the Geth before we call an end to the episode. Watch out for the incoming missile. There we go, that's that avoided. We've got a Geth stalker just there. Nearly took him. They're scattering all over the place. Just try and take down that destroyer because he's giving us a lot of damage. That's one down. We've got one there further back. Come on, you fucker. Shit. Need to keep a better eye. Oh my god. Talk about up close and personal, but not the best tactics he could have employed there, as he just ran straight up to Rex and just stared lovingly into his eyes while I shot him in the side of his noggin. Or whatever robots have in place of a noggin.
Where are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Okay, that's the Geth taking her.
What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us. We fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
The Asari bitch came with a bunch of cargo. They were probably packed in those.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Okay, so this is the part where we shall conclude this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I must say it was nice to progress on with the main storyline and head to the next planet. Didn't want to, just do several, 3 to 4 to 5 episodes back to back of just planetary exploration in the galaxy at large. I wanted to strike a nice balance between that and actually progressing the mission, the game storyline further as well. So if you did enjoy it, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, or if you're feeling especially wonderful, you may even subscribe. Obviously, as you all know, every little bit really does help, and it's also providing good feedback for myself to see what's liked and what's disliked and how we can make improvements and changes in the future to make sure the videos are what you want to see. So I'll just take a knee here. Thank you for watching, guys. I shall see you in the next episode shortly. Look after yourselves. That's ta-ta for now.